Catastrophe Reflections. Lasting Lessons from COVID. Written and read by David H.J. Gay. Catastrophe Reflections. Note to the reader. When I began to think about publishing this booklet, the title I had in mind was COVID Reflections, but I soon realized that this would miss the point. True, it was the COVID crisis, and in particular public reaction to it, that moved me to make 3 responses of my own, 2 articles and a discourse. Yes, but why should I now publish them as a booklet? For 3 reasons. 1, to present the material to a wider audience. 2, to give the material greater permanency. 3, although these pieces were prompted by COVID, the material applies to any and every other epidemic or disaster, whether individual or worldwide. For these 3 reasons, especially the last, I submit this short work to the public, hoping that despite the obvious COVID references it contains, it might, nevertheless, prove useful to those who, in days to come, for whatever cause, find themselves in similar circumstances. Specifically, I hope it will contribute to a proper understanding of the permanent issues involved in such large questions. Not least, I hope that it might be used of God to bring sinners to face the certainty of death and to prepare for it by trusting Christ. Hence the title I have settled on, Catastrophe Reflections. I was encouraged in my work when I discovered that certain public reaction to 2 rail disasters in 1861 had prompted C.H. Spurgeon to preach a sermon in response, and that his sermon is still speaking over 160 years later. Who knows what might happen to these pages?